I'm curious. So you said that you're managing partnerships with associations, and this is something that I talk with some contractors, smaller contractors about frequently, is the value of being in an association. And so I'd like from your perspective as kind of like a maybe a middleman or an outsider,
Yeah.
what is the difference between, working with maybe a client who is a part of associations versus isn't, or what is just your perspective on associations for contractors?
I think construction associations are a huge value to contractors. They really bring the most important resources, as well as advocacy front and center for those contractors. It allows the contractors to really focus on their building and their work and be a resource to them when they need more information on where can I get OSHA training, from my local chapter for my team members. Where can I get discounts on technology or different services? They're coming to their association for that, or whether it's getting training. I want my HR professional to network with other HR professionals, have them join the HR committee. Also, associations are offering a lot of sponsorship for apprenticeship programs. So, in the workforce development realm, it gives the contractors the opportunity to get engaged with that new wave of workforce very early on. So as a supporter of associations, we're typically called an affiliate or associate member. We're always focused on how can we provide value to those members, so how can we work with the mission of the association to help provide value, whether that be in a webinar on prevailing wage or different things that they're having to deal with, or new hiring tactics, or new ways to hire the next generation of the workforce, or it might be offering a special discount to those association members. So things that they wouldn't be able to just go out and perhaps even have the time to investigate everything on their own. The associations are working very diligently to screen companies like Arcoro, to look at the whole landscape and say who is offering the best proven solution for contractors. And that's who we partner with. So we put a lot of value in those strategic partnerships that we have with CFMA, Construction Financial Management Association, or with ABC, Associated Builders and Contractors, or AGC, the Association of General Contractors of America. So we're really working hard on making sure that we're bringing that value and helping the association in their mission to bring those resources front and center to their
Mm.
contractor members.
Yeah, I think there's a there's just a difference in viewing a company who's a part of association and one who's not. You can tell who has a lot more of their admin side kind of ironed out and organized, who is really
Yeah.
just connected in the industry and has, can refer to different people or, I notice whenever I work with a client who is a part of association and I ask for a referral, they actually have like a pretty good referral list, right? If we've done a good job, they're ready to refer, and it's usually to people that are in that association with them. I think for a lot of contractors out there that aren't in an association, we've on the show we've definitely mentioned ASA, American Subcontractors Association, and ABC, American
Mhm.
Builders What does the C stand for? For
Association of Builders and Contractors.
Association of Builder Contractors,
Associated
correct?
Builders and Contractors. Yeah.
Yeah. So we've mentioned those. Those are great ones. Do you have any others, Carrie?
Yes, absolutely. So Associated General Contractors of America, that's AGC. They have some great local chapters as well. They usually identify their chapters as vertical or horizontal. So the building chapters versus the heavy highway chapters. So
Okay.
that really allows those contractors to find their niche. Also, NAWIC, so National Association of Women in Construction.
Mm,
It's a great organization that really helps to build leaders within organizations and help to overcome. We only have about 10% of the construction workforce as female. And so, looking for opportunities to grow and develop women in construction, as well as to help them to advocate outside the industry and bring more women into the construction industry. We also work with NECA, the National Electrical Contractors Association, which is about 95% union based. So, working with those local IBEW chapters. And they do a lot of advocacy in DC, as well as helping those contractors that are having both union and non-union labor. Perhaps their office staff is non-union or some of their project managers are non-union, things like that. So they have different needs when it comes to HR software. So we do a lot with those union-based associations on things like they've called the hall and they need to have more workers, more journeymen, perhaps in the field, allowing them the technology to quickly get them started with our kiosk mode. So without having to
Mm.
have an email or a phone number, they can easily get that person on the job and working with just a matter of a few hours without a ton of paperwork and losing time on the job. So um, let's see. We have also worked with ASA, like you mentioned. And then we also work with some other union based associations like MCAA, the Mechanical Contractor Association, or SHMACNA, which is the sheet metal association that's focused
Mm.
primarily on union labor within sheet metal. So, or those contractors that are MEP, so mechanical, electrical,
Yeah.
plumbing contractors.
Yeah, the National, Women's Roofer Association, they're pretty cool. They're active here in
Yes,
Oklahoma City.
Yeah,
they are. Yeah.
absolutely.
So I think there's so many associations out there. I think the point is, we can move on from that in a second, but I think it is worth mentioning to the contractors out there, especially as you're growing and you're trying to figure a lot of things out. You can speed up or accelerate your learning process and your development process as a business owner and as a contractor by joining an association that has valuable resources, that has guidance, that has people that are ready to provide you with insights that have already been where you are currently. And you also get the advocacy piece, which is huge. And I don't want to understate how important that is, that the laws that govern and regulate construction are directly impact your business, whether you are aware of it or not. And so those are great things that are associations. If you're not in one, join one. If you are in one, make sure that you show up to the meetings and don't just say that you're a part of it because there's value in it.
Absolutely.
So we'll
And
move
I would
on from that.
advocate for
Oh,
being, oh, I'm sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I would advocate for being part of committees and boards on these
Mm,
associations because that's really to add on to what you were saying about advocacy, being able to really have your voice heard and being a part of the leadership or the committees within those associations really amplifies your voice and helps you to solve some of your challenges within your firm.
You
yeah.
know, what
You
we
get
all
out what you put in.
frequently say about people is, especially when they're starting, they don't know what they don't know. It's a truism.
Mm,
An association is a great place to find out what you don't know, and
Mhm.
then right there at the same time, be able to do something about that. It's like, they can be like a giant perpetual mastermind.